Back in your life like a former Southern Californian quarterback who gets drugged out and tries to attack an old person. This is the Educated Ignorance Podcast on the For Frequency's Sake Podcast Network, presented by Durham Remodeling and Ryan Allison Tattoo. My name is Joseph, the Joseph Winkelosif, and I am joined as always on this lovely evening by your good friend and mine. It's Brock Purdy's hometown's finest. Well, not really his hometown. Brock Purdy's collegiate town's finest. It's Nick Brinks, and we bring you the tag team who together passed for more yards than the New York Jets today. Nick, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Yes, we combined for more than negative 10 passing yards. So we're doing well. We're doing okay, and it didn't cost us, thousands and thousands of dollars to travel to London to do it.
Do you know like the best part of that? Excuse me. Do you know like the funniest part about that game today is that the stat of the decade is like Justin Fields today was the first person to have negative passing yards and complete less than 9 passes since
Justin Fields?
Justin Fields in his first ever start.
Oof.
Ay, caramba. Hey, 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 hey. But just remember the haul they could get for the first pick, bro. Remember that. The haul they could get. Anywho, we're here. We're living it. We're live. We're in living color. We want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. As always, we're 6 weeks in. Is this the third? I think we were 3-2. Now we're 4-2 on Sunday versus Monday shows. So we're just out here bouncing around like a bowling ball and a big time bouncy something that bounces on the what day we do this on. But we are ripping and rocking. I'm trying to find the stuff that I'm supposed to say before the show. Anywho, like and subscribe. That's what I want you to do. Whatever platform you're watching on, please like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Also, go to our Substack, forfrequencysake.substack.com. We got so much great content on there. We've got a bunch of gambling write-ups, fantasy football statistics. We've got we got our boys putting NASCAR bets out there. We've got a bunch of fantastic content. We're currently doing previews for the NBA. So go out there and subscribe and just check out a lot of the great content that a lot of our people are putting out there. Shout out to everybody who does that. And then also our great podcasts that we have here on the network. We have a great wrestling show, Card Subject to Change, our longest episodic show here on the network. The Football Lounge is a great show that runs during the week on Tuesdays. Those guys be banging stuff out. Sunday mornings, we're closing in on 100 episodes of For Fantasy's Sake. We've got a show that's live on location next week over in Davenport. That should be fun. Had a great time this morning with Doug and Danny. We had some fun. We laughed about a lot. We laughed about a lot of stuff, as we always do on a Sunday morning. And then, of course, shout out to our guys, the College Juice Pod and the Golden Ticket Show, our gambling shows that we run on Wednesday and Thursday. So support all those. We got great people doing a lot of great content, man. And I think if you gave us a chance, you would really appreciate it. All right. With all that being said, Nicholas, a fun, interesting Sunday. If you date back to Thursday, a little dicey. We're going to talk about that. We might talk about that game a little bit too. How was your weekend, my friend?
It was good. Very tiring. My wife ran a half marathon yesterday, and so I had a football game Friday night. They took off for Cedar Rapids already Friday night, so I got back late from my game Friday. Took off at the pre-butt crack of dawn to make the hour 45 drive. So I was up about 6, couple hours earlier than I would normally be on a Saturday, so that just started my whole weekend being tired. And obviously she's been tired too, having just ran 13 miles. I'm more tired because I just didn't sleep all that much, and I sat on my ass watching too much football today. That's why I'm tired. But no, it's been good. It's been a good weekend.
So would you consider what you did like the taint of dawn?
Yeah, maybe the gooch.
The gooch of dawn? The Gooch of Dawn. That sounds like either a weird movie.
You're kind of stuck in the middle of overnight and morning,
Yeah.
or in the middle. You're stuck in the middle of the black hole that is overnight
Black hole.
and and sunrise.
The sunrise. Yeah, there we go. You have a way with words. The Gooch of Dawn. That's so funny. Oh my god. That sounds like either a really weird movie name, Gooch of Dawn, this summer 2026.
Or
Or
a
like,
great band name.
oh, that too, Gooch of Dawn. Or like a wrestler or a like fighter nickname. Fighting out of the blue corner, he is undefeated. The Gooch of Dawn, Jimmy Schlongmeister. So anywho, we're out here doing weird stuff. So just fantastic commentary. With all that being said, a half marathon though. Can we give a round of applause is in the chat for the wife for Mrs. Nick Brinks. Holy camoli, a half marathon. I can't even run like a half a mile.
Oh yeah, I would be in the back of an ambulance before I ran from goal line to goal line on the football field.
Yeah, you can do
As
100
I've
yards?
said before, if you see me running, something bad is behind me.
So are you like? Have you seen like the memes where people are running in hotel hallways, like away from the Michael Myers, just doing the walk, and they try to get on the elevator?
I have not.
Oh damn! It's like the Michael Myers challenge.
Nice.
So there you go. That would be you running away from the Michael Myers challenge. Sorry, I'm doing a little thing. All right, so let's get to business here before we have any more Gooch of Dawn references. We're going to play, of course, as always, we've got Guess the Lines. Joe tries to get his get back. We're going to play a fun game that Nick does not know about.
Oh, boy.
We're going to
Surprise.
play. We'll have that. Can't wait. Going to be a great surprise. It's simple enough to where I don't have to text Nick during the day. Nick, I come up with a lot of weird things, don't I? I hope none are too hard.
They're usually never the Gooch of Dawn.
No, that was you. That was all you. We're gonna put that on a T-shirt. DJ's gonna AI create the Gooch of Dawn. That's gonna be
all
your
right.
nickname.
Which teams are stuck in purgatory, or as we like to call it, the Gooch of Dawn?
Who's stuck in the Gooch of the NFL? Yeah, there.
And why is it the Arizona Cardinals?
Yeah, just a Grand Canyon of Gooch. That's what they are. It never ends, and it's very sweaty. But let's start first with the Sunday night
Constantly
game.
being teabagged.
Constantly, just so many bad moments. Let's start with the Sunday night game. Chiefs beat the Lions. Are the Chiefs back? Question mark.
As much as I don't want to admit it, I feel better about saying that they are a good football team now than at any point in the last 365 days, probably.
The offense has been a lot better. Mahomes is playing ridiculous. Last year, Mahomes was kind of mid, and the offense sucked, and they won a bunch of games that were stupid. The only thing annoying about tonight is they got like a few generational breaks when it came to some calls. I really hated the call that started the game, the drive that the Lions got. There was a pass interference on Rock Ya-Sin that I don't think should have been called. It was overthrown, and Kelsey just like looked to the ref and shrugged, and they threw the flag. But other than that, the Chiefs were able to take advantage of the fact that the Lions are just really beat up in the back seven. Their secondary, like all of their corners are hurt, and Kirby Joseph is basically playing on probably some sort of knee injury, like a sprained ligament. One of the CLs he has is either torn or partially torn, and he's playing on one of them. And the Lions just couldn't capitalize enough on the offensive end. They were able to have some moments, but they had a couple tough, like they're up 10-6, and they had a really big moment to kind of, go up 2 scores and assert themselves. They have fourth down on the plus side of the field, and Amon-Ra St. Brown drops the ball. They're down 30-17 after they hold the Chiefs to 3, and they're kind of still alive if they want to get weird. And Jamison Williams drops the ball. So, like, some really tough moments for them. Doesn't mean I think anything less of the Lions. For the Chiefs, though, I thought their defense did play the best game they've played of maybe the season, other than the Giants game. But I did tell DJ I don't think that counts because Russell Wilson was the quarterback. So we're grading on a curve here. But for the Chiefs, considering 6 days ago after the Jags loss, I was real like we talked about how the top and the middle have come together, and the Chiefs don't lose games like that. And I was really worried coming into this game. I thought they could win because of some of the advantages they had in the Lions being injured, but I don't know. I thought this was a moment where you all of a sudden look up to your 2-4 and you're starting to question yourself. For them to win this game, to play the way they did, and to still know that they've got probably their best offensive player that isn't Patrick Mahomes coming back next week, they got to feel pretty damn good.
Lions week 1 were so bad. They're unrecognizable after the last 4 weeks. But tonight, for the Chiefs to win that game the way they did tonight, I mean, there were some calls that may or may not have been questionable that tipped the scales. That happens all the time. So not dwelling on those, but this is a really good Lions team. Week 1, we weren't sure. A lot of changes for the team, coaching staff. Packers caught them on a really bad day, but the last 4 weeks, I've said that they would be my highest rated team. They would be my number 1 team in the NFL. Well, maybe not so fast. Chiefs did what they had to do. They controlled Amon-Ra. He was quiet. They limited the passing game for the most part. The running backs weren't able to do a whole lot, really. They just pretty much had the whole offense pretty well subdued throughout the night, and then their offense was able to take advantage of injuries and things that the Lions are not at full strength. And I thought Travis Kelce had maybe his best game of a long time. I think he had a season high for yards. So maybe dipping into the fountain of youth a little bit tonight. Just an all around good performance from KC. I picked the Lions to win this one, and that didn't happen. And I thought if the Chiefs were going to win it, it was going to be something late. You win by a field goal, or you win on a late drive, come from behind, 2-minute drill type deal. But no, they took the lead in the third quarter and never relinquished it. So good win for KC. Detroit lost to a good team. That'll happen. I don't think I'm overly concerned for Detroit. I don't know. They might be without a defensive back this week. We'll see.
Yeah, Brian Branch, you might get suspended, bud. And they play Tampa Bay next week. Now everyone's going to say, "Oh, the Lions haven't really beaten anybody." At least I hope that's probably what they're going to say. They do that in college football. I mean, no, they do that. I don't know. They do that. No one. You know what, Nick? No one ever beats anybody, bro. Did you know that? Indiana, here's how dumb football is. We're 15 minutes in and Joe's already yelling about something. We're going off topic. Buckle up. Indiana football yesterday. Do you know what they did, Nick?
What did they do?
They got the biggest win in their program's history, literally ever. The job that I wish you watched college football. This isn't me saying I'm mad at you for not watching college football. I just wish you watched college football.
Fair enough.
The job that Kurt Signetti has done at Indiana in the last year and a half to turn them into a literal dumpster fire they were literally ranked today in the AP poll 3rd. They are legitimately one of the best teams. You can make the argument that the Indiana Hoosiers are the best college football team in America. They won their first game yesterday ever against a top 5 opponent on the road. They went to Oregon and beat them by 10. And the first fucking thing I see on Twitter is Oregon is now 2-14 against FBS opponents. It's like, God fucking damn it. Like, you can't just understand, like, people can't fathom in college football, especially when, like, the non-traditional brands are good now. Like, fucking crazy. It's maddening.
I don't watch a ton of college football, but I've watched enough college football to know that Indiana is not a team that you're accustomed to hearing from.
No, they're
I
good.
do know that.
They're nasty. They might have the number one pick on the draft at quarterback this year too. So that that is something. Hold on one second. Just uh the sorry, DJ asked me something, so I want to reply to him. So no, you're right. Yeah, Brian Branch, watch out, bud. You might be suspended for next week when they play at home against the Bucks. Interesting. That's going to be a fun game next Monday night. And it's a tough stretch. They get the Bucks, but then they get a bye, which is much needed. Then they play the Vikings, and then the Commanders, and then they go to the Eagles on a Sunday night, which would be fun for the Chiefs. They are now 3-3. They are still in third place in the division, but they were a couple plays away from being tied for first. That's for damn sure. After today, they now play the Raiders next week. Then they have a Monday night game against Washington. They go to Buffalo and to Denver. That is their next 4 games. And then to end November, Colts at home, and then they play on Thanksgiving against the Cowboys. That game is going to be awesome. The Thanksgiving night game is gonna suck, but that game is fun.
I forgot. What's the night game? We talked about it recently.
Ravens Bengals.
Oh dear God!
Should have been great. Should have been awesome.
Standing in one corner, the Gooch of Dawn. Standing in the other corner, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Like, in theory, you would think, oh, banger night game for Thanksgiving. Sometimes you got to play the games, and the games have been played, and things are not great.
NFL executives, when they're making the schedule, woo, we got a good one. The reality, fuck.
Because the games, the Lions play the Packers, Chiefs go to Dallas. Those are some good games. And then Black Friday is Bears Eagles. Oh, holy shit!
Hey. Eagles might be closer to the Ravens than Ravens and the Bengals than we thought.
Yeah, we'll talk about that in a bit. Fun times at Ridgemont High. A couple really interesting performances today. A couple nice wins. All things considered, we will play a fun game here in a moment to look at the entire aspect of the NFL. If the Chiefs are the win of the day because of the opponent, let's take a look at the actual day slate. And I'm curious on your thought. What is the win of the day today, Nick Brinks?
I feel like if we're throwing the Chiefs one, if we're throwing that one out already, I've got to go Seahawks. I mean, we just saw what the Jaguars did on Monday night with Kansas City. Seattle making literally about the longest possible road trip without leaving the country. Washington to Florida. And that game was never really in doubt. Sure, the Jags led 6-0 at the end of the first quarter, but then the Seahawks went 20 unanswered, went to the fourth quarter leading 20-6, and the Jags scored in the fourth, but I never got the sense that game was close, and Darnold and JSN, they've got something special going on there. And so yeah, that's my win of the day. Seattle, after some tough some kind of heartbreaking or tough losses early, they get a big win here against a team that has shown to be pretty darn good this year. And for Jacksonville, not necessarily a trap game by any means, because they knew Seattle would be good, but a classic letdown spot potential coming into the week, knowing what you just did on Monday night with Kansas City.
Yeah, after
And
literally their best
uh,
their
so
best
you know what?
regular season win in like God
Yeah.
knows how long.
So for them to lay a dud today, I don't even think the Jags would be like, yeah, whatever. We won Monday night. We're
Mhm.
we're we're cool with that. We're 4-2. But yeah, Seattle, that was a what, 3-2 versus a 4-1. Now they're 4-2. Great win. That should be a nice little boost for Seattle.
Yeah, Sam Darnold and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Do you want to say? Can you say Buddy Ball? He had the first 117 yards passing today. Went to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
I was gonna say I didn't see the yardage, but I knew that Darnold was 5 for whatever, and Jigba had 5 catches.
He was Jackson Smith and Jigba out of what? Out of like 7.
If Chris Collinsworth was calling that game, it would have been, now here's the guy.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the guy that he's throwing to. Um, dude, they're they're good, man, and their defense when it gets clicking, and they play. And they listen. The Jags offense again. It's still got to kind of find a gear, but bro, they were without 3 starting DBs today. Two of their two top corners in Reek Woolen and Devin Witherspoon, and then they were missing another safety. Like, and they were able to still win this game. Very, very impressive win for Seattle, and they are cooking. And that 550 NFC West ticket just continues to look better every week. Let's hope that can get. Let's hope that can continue to. Let's hope that can continue to ride. Uh, Let me give you a win of the day, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
If I may, I'm not talking Drake May, even though he looked good. Boy, oh boy, that guy's a good player, huh? They want to make me hate Drake May, but I can't because I was so goddamn right about him, and everyone thought I was foolish. Here's another guy that I eventually was right about because I'm not going to sit here and tell you that Bryce Young is a top 10 or a top 15 quarterback, but he's good. He's a capable NFL starter. And the Carolina Panthers are 3-3 as they beat the Dallas Cowboys, and they finally played a normal game. And Rico Dowdle has
Chuba who?
Rico Dowdle. Hey, did you hear what he said this week in the media?
Uh-uh.
They asked him. They asked him like on Thursday, "Hey, what is it going to be like playing against your old team?" He said they better buckle up. And did you hear what he? And then he said in the post game press conference today, he said they weren't buckled up.
Oh man.
Oh, that's a bar, bro. Guess who has 2 thumbs and picked up Rico Dowdle at the midnight dawn in the golf league?
I was going to say
This guy.
Rico Dowdle is the kind of guy that goes on to be league winners because he's going to be a free agent / waiver wire hero. And the way he's played, how do you go back to starting Chuba in the same capacity before his injury
Can't.
when Rico has literally gone out and put up 400 plus yards of offense in 2 weeks? And did they win both of those games?
I
They beat the
They beat
Cowboys, and yes, they
and
beat
the
the Dolphins.
Dolphins. Yeah, yeah. Rico Dowdle, the man who swung the Panther season. No man, that good. Shout out Rico Dowdle, man. He had a good game, and shout out the Panthers. Hell of a win. Danny is texting me. He said, "You guys clowned me for saying the Patriots were going to be good. I want my restitution." I don't know if I ever said they were not going to be good. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted everyone to pump some settle down juice, and until we saw it, and now we've seen it, and the Patriots are good. Um, I'm afraid. I'm not afraid. I'm okay with the Patriots being good because Drake May is awesome, and I was right about him. Oh, I was so right about him. So yeah, that's my win of the day. Uh, cool. On today's episode of Fun Facts edu, Baker Mayfield is finally on FanDuel top 2 in MVP odds.
I saw that. It was down to like what, plus 350?
Plus Oh, never mind. I lied. Pat Mahomes is now second. He is now plus 470.
Hmm.
So,
He went from, I think we talked about it last week, plus 1100.
mhm.
By the way, funfacts.edu, not a real website. I just get an error.
Oh, wow. I'm glad you looked it up.
I
Uh,
was hoping it would be something fun facty, but it wasn't.
can you also look up Penn? Never mind.
God.
Huh?
Gooch of Dawn. Don't
GoochofDawn.org.
recommend Google searching that one.
Drake May is sixth in MVP odds. What a time to be alive. Jordan Love is fifth. They're actually showing Offensive Player of the Year odds today and Defensive Player of the Year odds. Finally. And Jonathan Taylor, OPOY favorite right now. And yes, very much yes. What a season the Colts are having right now. We'll talk about them here in a bit. But yeah, Baker Mayfield, 30-19 win over the Niners. Are T's and P's with Fred Warner. In all seriousness, I was gonna laugh about how, not laugh, but just say being a Niners fan has to be literal misery because all of your good players like get hurt. They're literally losing a guy every week right now, like for the season. It's fucking insanity. It's so sad. Um, but yeah, man, Fred Warner, his season's over as he got rolled up on. He broke his ankle today. That's fucking tough, bro. Warner is literally one of the best players in the league, and that sucks. That really sucked. Like I was sad for a good 20 minutes, just because he was. It was just. Oh, did you see the play?
I haven't.
Oh my god, he was just like standing around while the play was happening, like kind of behind him. He got turned around, and the tackler and the dude rolled up into him. Like while he wasn't looking, his back was to him, and he got caught up and his ankle snapped.
Ugh.
Just fucking terrible, man. Just so heartbreaking. So yeah, that sucked, man. That sucked. But on the other side of that, um, Baker was awesome. They're like Emeka left the game today. They're hilariously dinged up. Not like as bad as the Niners, but they got dudes out. Mike Evans is out. They're like all their receivers are hurt. He's throwing the ball to two rookies with the last name Johnson that aren't brothers, and he's still cooking. Like Baker Mayfield is on fire. So shout out to Baker.
Bacon.
He do be bacon. Um, Other than that, nothing too fancy on the Sunday, but we got to talk. Hey, we got to turn the wheel back. It's not it's not often we talk about the Thursday game on our show, but we have to talk about the CTE bros. We have to talk about the concussion crew. Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo, and the Giants beat the Eagles by 17 on Thursday night in MetLife. Holy shit! Whomst would have thunk?
Not I. I stuck a fork in him last week, and I've pulled my fork out.
Yeah, you can't uncross off a
Yeah,
team, but the
I
Giants.
know.
I mean, seriously though, what a win! The Giants. Who would have thought?
Scattaboo won't be able to think here in a few years, but we're going to enjoy it while we've got it.
No shit. They are a fast. Like I don't know if he's any good, but Jackson Dart's fun, kinda. You know what Jackson Dart is? Jackson Dart is Jalen Hurts when Jalen Hurts ran the football. Like the Eagles from 2 years ago when they went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Chiefs. You remember that version of the Eagles? When Jalen Hurts was fun
Oh yeah.
and the team was good and entertaining. And they did the butt shove stuff, but it wasn't what they lived and died on.
They didn't run it, 4 plays in a row to get
Bro, they ran
3 yards.
fucking disastrous. Jalen Hurts would do a lot of that. It'd be a lot of games in the high 100s for passing yards, but that motherfucker would run around and be fun. And that's what Jackson Dart is right now. Jackson Dart's not a great thrower of the football. He really doesn't process shit. He hits that back foot and says, fuck it, I'm running. So I'm not going to sit here and lie to people and tell you Jackson Dart's this awesome player and he's playing great and all that good shit. I'm going to tell you the truth. As Danny here saying how Danny is right, talking about the fucking Patriots. Listen, man, we all have our moments. Don't need to stroke your ego, brother. Just kidding, Daniel. But listen, in all seriousness, like at the end of the day, at the end of the day, for this team, for the Giants, like it's good for their fans, and it's good for us people who have to fucking watch them a billion times in prime time that they're watchable because they haven't been watchable in eons. Even the year they made the playoffs, they weren't really that watchable, but now they're watchable. So I had fun. I had fun Thursday watching them get that win. All right, I've got a game for you. Are you ready to play it?
Let's play.
It's called Good Team or Good Record, Mid Team or Mid Record, or Bad Team or Bad Record. I'm going to give you a team, and I'm going to say good, bad, or mid team or record. Does that make sense? And you will say,
Sure.
Are they a good team or do they have a good record? Or are they a bad team or do they just have a bad record? Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. Let's actually start with the team that won on Thursday, the New York Giants. Bad team or bad record?
I got to go back and see how they lost their other games to refresh my memory.
There's a line of demarcation after the Russ. Like you gotta judge them on the curve since Jackson Dart took over because they are a different team.
Yeah. So they lost to the Commanders, Cowboys, Chiefs, and then they've beaten, and then they lost to the Saints there. Yeah. I'd say bad record. I think they're playing above their record overall. Even when they were 0-2, 0-3, they came out. They looked really punchy against the Chiefs. Ended up losing by like 13. Giants Cowboys was a coin flip. I mean, nobody's defense was playing was doing anything.
And a lot of that Chiefs loss had to do with the fact that Russell Wilson was literally a double agent.
Yeah,
he was abysmal. He played so bad that Russell Wilson played so bad against the Chiefs that he got benched literally a week after he had the greatest statistical game of his career.
Yeah.
That's how bad he was.
And then it was so funny when he came in and played one play on Thursday night and he got booed because it was a terrible throw. I think it was deflected, so it wasn't his fault. But the optics and the timing and the boo birds were just poetic and hilarious. I felt bad for Russ. But
and it's so funny because Jackson Dart's going to go to – Jackson Dart plays like a crazy person. He's going to go to the injury tent once a game. So then Russ is going to come out and the fans are going to hate him.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
But yeah, so I guess I'll stick with it. When they were 0-3, I refused to stick a fork in them because I thought there could be something there. Now they've won 2 of their last 3. So yeah, I think they're a decent team. Bad record. Did I do the game right?
That you did. Jalen Hurts fell in love with butt stuff and don't want to run no more. That is a sentence.
Hey, that's the Gooch of Dawn. We're gonna call it the Gooch of Dawn now.
Instead of the the tush push.
Yeah, no longer the tush push. It's the Gooch of Dawn.
That's what they be reaching up in on Jalen when they be pushing him. His Gooch of Dawn. Then Danny yelling about my ego. Listen, are you trying to say, Danny, that I have an ego?
I think you said something about his ego before.
I did. I said he was stroking his ego, and he's like, my ego.
Yeah.
I know. Like, he's trying to say I have an ego. What are you trying to say there, Daniel? I think I agree with you. Let's flip the coin. We're having this talk. Philadelphia Eagles, good team or good record? And this is how you know the game is interesting, because we were talking about the bad team and we were talking glowingly. We're talking about the Eagles, who are 4-2 and defending Super Bowl champions, and I just asked good team, good record in a very bad way. So good team or good record, Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay, so they're 4-2. Could have beaten the Broncos. They let that one get away.
That's a fair point.
They did beat the Bucks.
That they did.
They did come back and beat the Rams.
That they did. They were down 26-7, and against the Chiefs, Travis Kelce was literally about to catch a touchdown until he dropped it and it got picked off.
So their record has it has seen some things.
It's been around. Their record has a very vicarious nightlife.
Week 1 with the Cowboys could have won that game. I'm now realizing that literally all of their games have been, and all of their wins came by one possession. They beat Cowboys by 4, Chiefs by 3, Rams by a touchdown that really they had no business winning. Rams somehow let that one get away. Beat the Bucks by 6. So you know that scene from Step Brothers when they're in the office and they're doing the interviews, and yeah, it's kind of fucked up now. I use that one at least once every month.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to get that sense in the Eagles here.
Yeah.
Even though they were 4-0, they've lost 2 in a row. Different fashion. I'll say a good record. They've got a better record than their team is.
I agree with you. They are a good record. I'm not sold. Their offense is the Spanish word for garbage. It's rough. Very rough. Rough like your dog. Moving on. I don't mean this in a bad way. I'm just curious. Indianapolis Colts, good team or good record?
I think good team.
Okay, I agree. I'm with you. Just wanted to test the waters.
On the flip side, you look at the teams they've beaten.
Oh, here we go.
I'm just throwing it out there. I think they are good, but they've beaten the Dolphins at their worst. I think if this game happens after week 1, maybe it's different.
Maybe they lose by 6 instead of 60.
Broncos really shouldn't have lost that game. They had that bullshit call at the end.
Broncos did get jobbed.
They beat the Titans, as everybody does except the Cardinals.
Yeah, and they beat the Cardinals
with a backup quarterback. They obliterated the Raiders. They did obliterate. They did
obliterate them Raiders.
And they lost to the Rams. So, yes, schedule-wise, they've left some things to be desired, but they can't control that. They've done what they've had to do, and they have blown out they've blown out their opponent in 3 wins. Won by 1 or 4 in the others. But and I guess in the Colts game, that was when they dropped the touchdown at the goal line, so that they should not have necessarily been in that situation anyway. To have to rely on a missed field goal at the end, or the foul, the penalty or whatever.
Yeah, if you flip the Broncos and if you flip the Broncos and the Rams game for how both of those games should have ended.
Oh no, yeah, it was the Rams game they dropped it. That's right.
They'd still be 5-1.
Yeah.
Because they should have lost the Broncos game, but they also probably should have beat the Rams.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think they're good. I think they're really good.
I do agree.
Much better than I ever anticipated this year.
And then people are gonna say like, "Oh, well, they beat Jacoby Brissett," but then I know you were bullshitting. You were kind of fucking around, but people are gonna do they only beat Jacoby Brissett by it's the NFL, bro. All the games are close.
Yeah.
Literally every game's close.
Hey, in the next 5 weeks, you get the Chargers, who are pretty good. Maybe we'll get to them in this little segment we're doing. Steelers, I would probably say they're more of a good record than a good team. But then you'll get the Chiefs here in the next 5 weeks. Falcons, I mean, you're gonna start getting some teams that are at least mid to upper NFL rather than the Titans and the Raiders of the world. So you will definitely learn more about the Colts here over the next month and a half. Book it.
I agree with you. We will learn a lot about the Colts. Moving on.
And honestly, down the stretch, their easy games are gone after the Titans in a couple weeks. Because
They're bad. We talked about that this morning.
Yeah, after the 5 games I just mentioned, you get the Texans twice,
And
you
they
get
play
the
the
Jaguars
Chiefs.
twice, and then you get the Seahawks and the 49ers.
Mm-hmm. And they
So,
play the Chiefs at the end of November.
yeah, that was the one
Yeah.
in the next 5 that they'll get.
Yeah.
So their next 10, no cakewalk.
Buckle up.
By the way, apparently Anthony Richardson busted his eye socket warming up today. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, and they also had they had Travarius Ward get a concussion in warm-ups.
What the heck happened? How do you bust your eye socket in warm-ups?
Apparently, so Travarius Ward got a concussion because he was warming up and he ran into a tight end. Like bad collision and got whiplash, basically.
Yeah.
And apparently Anthony Richardson was using like one of those workout rubber bands and it
Ooh.
like snapped and hit him in the face.
Oh, Jesus. I hadn't heard
And
how.
it
I just saw what
it like
happened.
fractured his orbital bone.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, it's tough. Big time
Damn.
tough. Let's go to the NFC and go to a team that didn't play today. Jordan Rangel, cover your ears. The Minnesota Vikings, mid-team or mid-record?
They are what? 3-2? 2-3?
They're 3-2. They beat the Bears week 1 because of a incredibly stupid fourth quarter. They got shellacked by the Falcons. Then enter Carson Wentz. They blow the Bengals out because the Bengals suck. They lose to the Steelers in Dublin, and then they beat the Browns in London.
I say they are a mid-team. Nothing jumps out to me about them being top, playoff caliber. Not saying they can't sneak in, but I'd say mid-tier is probably 10 to 20 in the league, and you can get into the playoffs as long as you're top 14.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I agree.
I'd say they're mid. They have a chance to move up in the world. They've got the Eagles and the Chargers and the Lions over the next 3 weeks. So another team. Stay tuned.
Let's see here. Where do I want to go? The Baltimore Ravens today. No, I'm just kidding. Like, we know they're like, Baltimore Ravens, bad team or bad record?
Banged up team.
Yeah. Way more punchy with the Rams today than I thought they would be.
Yeah, it was 3-3 for the longest time, and then
Rams scored 2 touchdowns in the third and pretty much
I
put
think
the game
there
in a chokehold.
Was there a fumble or something in there too?
Yeah. Game was a little weird. Rams got a fourth down. Rams got a stop on the goal line to end the first half. After they got kind of screwed because the Ravens ran a tush push with Mark Andrews and Jared Verse ripped the ball out and he would have scored. He would have taken it back to the other. He would have taken it back. Like, it was on the goal line and he ripped it out and would have scooped it and scored it, but they blew it dead. Like, what he picked, he was like halfway down the field. They blew the play dead.
Oof.
And next play, they handed it to Derrick Henry, and Jared Verse said, "Ball don't lie, bitch," and he stuffed him.
So what? I did not watch a second of that game, but at one point I saw that the Ravens were at the 1-yard line, and it was either first, second, or third and goal or something, and they didn't score a touchdown. What happened? And did they just go for it on fourth and they didn't get it?
Yep, it was that sequence.
Okay, I wondered if that was maybe where you were going with that.
Yep. So that was third and fourth down. Third down, they did the butt shove with Andrews. That should have been a fumble 6 for the Rams the other way. And then the next play, they gave it to Henry, and he got stuffed. Let's see. Did I have another one in the chamber?
Well, I think
Um,
you just asked the Ravens, right?
yeah.
Yeah, I'll say bad record.
Okay.
I don't think they're a bad team. I think they're really banged up, and they're still week one really fucked with them.
Yeah, no shit.
And Derrick
Uh,
Henry's fumbles a couple weeks have
yeah,
really hurt.
just dropping the ball. Let's see here. Tennessee Titans, bad team. No, I'm just kidding. We all know they suck. With the New York Jets. Oh, never mind. They're also bad. Oh boy, disaster zone. Let's do a double dip here before we close the shop. The Chargers and the Broncos. Good teams or good records?
Say it again. The team.
Broncos and Chargers.
I will begin by saying this. The only team that was happy about how badly the Jets played today was the Broncos because they played very poorly as well. And that took some steam off them that they got the win. But I
You
would
know,
say Chargers for me for sure are a good team.
do you know what the Broncos offense reminded me of today? Uh
The Jets?
it was when Trump or no, it was when Biden in the debate that got him annexed from Puerto Rico when they asked him about Medicare. Or no, it was Trump, I think. It was Trump who said this and he said, "We've got concepts of a plan about Medicare or whatever." And that was the Broncos today. We have concepts of a plan of how we're going to run our offense. Bo Nix had like 100 and something yards in the first quarter, and then they did nothing the rest of the game.
So yeah, I say Chargers a good team. Broncos, I may lean a little more good record. I would say mid-team good record. If I can.
I also just realized that I got the wrong debate. That was when he had the debate with Harris. I forgot about that. Right? Wasn't that with that one? I got the debates mixed up. It was a
Concepts of a plan.
concept. Remember, he was like,
Yeah, I think that was
we've got
Kamala.
concepts of a plan."
I think that was Kamala. Yeah, that one.
That one. The Biden one, the Medicare joke was like they said something about "we killed Medicare," and Trump was
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, you did." That's what it was. Presidential debates. What a time to be alive. Um, Shout out to the politicians for being political. I think I agree with you. The Chargers are weird, man. They tried to choke today, and then Justin Herbert put the cape on and saved them. Lad McConkey, welcome back to the island of relevancy. Nice to know you still exist.
On my bench. Don't think I started him in the league that I have him.
It'd be like that a lot. More times than you want it to be. It'd be like that. So yeah, that was good team, mid team, bad team, good record, bad record, mid record. All right.
But thankfully, I just had to double check. It's like that whole call the ambulance,
But not
but
for
not
me.
for me. I benched him, but I still won, so I'm okay.
Aha. I said the Mark Sanchez situation. I don't think I ever told you about this.
Okay.
The joke that I made. So you obviously have heard and read about that, right?
Yeah.
I said that. So you know how they first just said that he was stabbed in the hospital, and then
Yeah.
they came out and said he got arrested.
Yeah.
I was like, that was the call the ambulance, but not for me meme come to life.
Yeah.
Plot twist.
Uh,
Mark Sanchez has been stabbed and is in critical condition, but he's arrested. Oh boy. I'll tell you this, man. Crack kills, brother.
I was gonna say that is talk about ruining a career, ruining a life with a bad night out at the bar.
Yeah. That's
I I think my favorite tweet from that whole ordeal was butt fumble is not going to be a good nickname in prison.
not at all, bro. Not at all. And the craziest part, like, I just want to know how long, like, whatever he did, Can't believe we're actually talking about this. Whatever he did, I just want to know how long he's been doing that and not trying to beat the fuck out of somebody. Because it wasn't just a random night out where he got drunk, folks. If you think that was just a night on the town where Mark Sanchez had a couple too many brewskis, brother, I've got beachfront property in fucking next door to Nick to sell you in Ames, buddy. I've got a fucking ski resort in fucking Montana. Well, it snows there. I got a ski resort. Yeah, I got a ski resort you can build in Phoenix, Arizona. That we can sell to the public. Mark Sanchez be out here doing weird shit. I think that confirmed it. Homie boy was out here dusting, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, what a time to be alive. All right. Let's play Guess the Lines. Real quick, we got 2 Monday night games tomorrow. Do you have any thoughts on them? Do you have any thoughts on my mental health? The closer we get to tomorrow, I just want you to know before we do Guess the Lines here, I'm kind of getting nervous. Not that I'm going to have like a mental breakdown about the game, but goddamn, it's important, and I really want them to win. I think it's the game I want them to win the most out of any game this year.
Big game for them, coming off the bye. Although I guess they're both coming off buys, aren't they?
No, Chargers won or Commanders won at LA last week.
Yeah. It'll be an interesting one. This isn't like an early game and a late game, right? They're an hour apart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was gonna say I don't want to have to stay up late till midnight watching that just because I'm invested all the time.
Yeah, there you go. I'm talking about the Bears. They're playing Commanders tomorrow. Bills Falcons has the potential to be interesting. Falcons at home.
The Bills this year. I got to double check before I speak.
Buffalo Bills, good team or good record,
but they're not blowing anybody out, right? Lost to the Patriots.
They blew the Jets out, but that's the Jets, you know, it's the Jets.
Yeah. Saints, that was a 1-score game all day. They are not as good as I thought they were going to be. So I expect this to be an entertaining game at least.
Their defense is not good.
I think both teams will be in it till, the fourth quarter.
Like, Penix could move the ball.
All I could ask for.
Like, I don't see why Penix can't move the ball against them tomorrow night. You know what I mean? Real quick, another thing before we do Guess the Lines. Can we play a game? Quick game? A quick game? I want to do the Mount Rushmore of ass. Give me your 4...
I had a double take there.
Give me
the worst of the worst.
Yeah, give me your. Your look was hilarious. Give me your 4 worst teams in the NFL right now.
Jets.
Yep.
Titans.
Double take. Or double dip.
So that's the lowest hanging fruit. I'll put the Saints on there, but I don't think they're in the same tier as those two.
I don't think I'd put them on there.
Yeah, I don't think I could come up with too many other teams to displace them. I guess I'll throw the Browns on there.
I have the Browns on there.
So I'll see if I can replace the Saints or leave them there. I kind of want to say the Cardinals, but I don't think they're that bad.
No, they're not Mount Rushmore bad.
Are you talking Miami?
It's either.
They've been in every game since week 1, so I'm not putting them on there.
It's either them or it's another team, and they beat a team that we both have on Mount Rushmore right now today.
The Raiders.
It's the Raiders.
Yeah.
I want you to know I watched way too many fucking snaps of that game today because it was on the late slate multi-view.
Okay.
I didn't like pay attention, but it was just in the peripheral vision. You know what I mean? Like it was on the multi-view, and the Bucks Niners is here, and that game's right above it, so you just see stuff. I just want you to know that that was one of the worst football games I've ever seen in my life.
Oof.
Moving on. Yeah. And the only reason the Dolphins would be there instead of them is because vibes. Vibes are terrible.
Yeah, vibes are not good.
Vibes are bad, buddy. And yeah, Mike McDaniel was fired tomorrow. Would anyone be shocked? Question mark. Just throwing that out there. So yeah, you want to? We can Jets,
Jets and Titans I put on there.
Jets, Titans. They're so bad. Oh my god. Jets, Titans. We'll put Raiders and then Browns. Browns today. I officially have just officially telling myself, yeah, they're terrible. I hope I crossed them off. Did I cross the Browns off? I did not. I'm crossing the Browns off. Can I do that? I'm crossing the Browns off today.
Do it.
All right, we're crossing the Browns off. I got to put this on here. So, all right, let's do this. Let's add our cross off list. Cross offs. Nick, Joe. Almost misspelled my name. We both have New Orleans. We both have the Jets. We both have the Titans. We both have the Giants, though that could like in a month we could both be sitting here thinking that was a bad idea. Let's see here. What other ones do we both have? We both have the Raiders.
The Raiders.
Then you have Cincinnati and Arizona. And I had coming into today Miami. I am adding Cleveland to the list of cross-offs. I'm officially done with them today. Dylan Gabriel averaged a whopping 4.4 or 4.2 yards per attempt today. He threw 52 times and for only 211 yards. Fun. Are you adding anybody? Yeah, I know. Are you adding anybody to the list?
Did I have the Browns yet?
You did not.
Okay. Yeah, I feel safe throwing them on.
Okay.
Otherwise,
and so yeah, Arizona and do you want to add Miami? You gonna hold out another week?
Yeah, I'm holding out.
Look at you. You're so faithful.
The second that they just get curb stomped again like they did week 1, they are off the list. But if they are 1-14 going into the last 2 weeks of the season, but they continue to have chances in the final minute, I'll refuse to give up hope.
They're gonna lose. They're gonna be 1-14, but they've just lost them all by. That would be hilarious that they just lose like 10 straight one-score games.
They'll drive down the field the next 6 weeks, next 8 weeks, whatever it is, 9 weeks. That'll get us 1-14.
And score with
on a game, a lead-changing drive. We leave 45 seconds on the clock. Other team goes down, kicks a field goal, but we have a few seconds left, so we're going to try a pitchy woo-woo, and Tua's going to throw just a fucking terrible interception with half the defense 30 yards down the field, one guy covered by 3 defenders. I'm going to throw to that guy instead of the guys that have nobody around them. And then I'm going to throw the interception.
Nick just wanted to see some pitchy woo-woo.
Damn it. Hey, if anybody can do it, Miami can.
We've seen it.
A chance.
We've literally seen it. Shout out to Kenyon Drake. I wonder what he's doing today.
He would be a better quarterback in that last play than we saw today.
Hey man, that guy's a legend for that play.
Hell yeah.
Did you fall? We obviously didn't know each other then, but when the Miami Miracle happened, and I know the Dolphins were shitty, but not shitty.
I was actually watching that with a Patriots fan too, so that was.
Oh my god,
that was very interesting.
Did you fall out of your chair?
I don't remember exactly, but I think just a lot of cuss words like "holy shit," "no fucking way," "you've got to be fucking kidding me," "no way," that kind of stuff.
Shout out Rob Gronkowski. All right, let's play guess the lines. You lead by a number. It's 3-1 to 2. We tied last week. 5-5-5.
You had a nice rally to get there, if I'm not
I
mistaken.
I did. I was proud of myself.
But did you get over the hump, Joe?
Did not know.
That's all that matters.
Fuck off. All right, let's play bye weeks. 2 buys. The Ravens, who fucking desperately need it, and the Buffalo Bills, who tomorrow night are going to try to not lose 2 games in a row. All right, let's start with Thursday night. I will not be watching any of this game, but it is the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cincinnati Bengals.
Ooh. I don't even have a volleyball game that I'm covering that I can use as an excuse to not watch.
Nightmare fuel.
Oh, I'm sure I'll be watching.
You'll bet something ignorant.
I'll find something.
Let's get it
by
on.
the way, we haven't done this yet. Let me give you my almost parlay win today.
A Sunday tradition like any other.
Yep. I bet on 5 running backs to score touchdowns today.
Okay.
Rico Dowdle.
Winner.
Devon Achane.
Early. Cash that one in the second drive.
Very early. Jonathan Taylor. Very late, but he got there.
Yeah.
At this point, the parlay's already busted, but Ashton Genty, he scores.
He did. Good bounce backs.
Javonte Williams.
Oof.
Let me down.
I said today that he was going to score. I said today on the show he was going to be RB1. Fun.
And then, once he didn't hit, so this is, before the 3:00 game start, I'm like, all right, I'll put $8 on another one.
Let's have chase. Fun. Let's chase.
Speaking of chase, Jamar.
Mm-hmm.
I put
great
Genty
player.
In this one. I put Genty in this one.
Point proven.
And then Emeka Egbuka.
Oh.
Granted, this one wasn't as bad because I also had Jahmyr Gibbs, and he did not sniff the end zone. But, yeah, Javonte, that was a sad one for me. That would have been a nice one.
It would have been a nice one.
And it's not like he was ever really particularly close. I was going to be bummed if Jonathan Taylor didn't score because he got them down to the goal line and Jones vultured him, as happened week one when he sold my 7-legger that I missed by 1.
Anytime you bet Jonathan Taylor, he's out here getting hawked.
So at least he did that for me, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, those are tough. Not as bad as that Jared Goff bet we saw today.
Oh, dear God. I might end up like Mark Sanchez, stabbed and in prison if that was my ticket. Wouldn't end well.
What happened to Brinksy? Why are you on the show anymore? I pulled a Sanchez.
Now he's gonna be. No, we're not gonna go there. I was gonna make a Gooch of Doom reference in prison, but no.
All while you were fumbling butts.
Mm-hmm.
He was fumbling butts, and his Gooch is doomed. Gooch of you said not even. You didn't even say Gooch of Dawn. You said Gooch of Doom.
Oh yeah. That would be the Gooch of Doom. Gooch of Dawn, goodbye, hello, Gooch of Doom.
Your Gooch is gonna be doomed. Oh my God. Okay, Thursday night, you're gonna cook up a Pat Fryermuth and whoever the fuck the Bengals have at tight end parlay. Imagine drafting Chase Brown in fantasy football, bro.
Oh yeah, I in one league I went with him and Jamar Chase, and that hasn't panned out so well. At least Jamar Chase is he's good in garbage time, which for the Bengals begins in the first quarter. That's okay though.
Yeah, no shit. If it weren't for Jamar Chase and Brian Thomas Jr. today, one of my leagues, and Eddie Pinheiro, my league of record, which I'm not even going to call it that anymore because the leagues, I'm terrible. I'm about to be 1-5. I think I'm in a tank. I want the toilet bowl. I want to wear the toilet bowl at our draft next year. Here's a league that I'm actually good in. I'm 4-1, Nick, in this league. Are you prepared to hear the scores?
Sure.
Are you prepared to hear the players I had on this team today? And this is a league I am 4-1 in. And I have there are two teams 5-0. I am 4-1. Here is the team today. Travis Etienne, 6 points. Tony Pollard, 5 points.
Granted, he's had mostly duds this year, I feel like. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, he hasn't had great moments. Puka Nacua, 3 points. David Njoku, 3.5 points.
Oof.
Stephon Diggs, 3.5 points. The Packers defense, 3 points against the fucking Bengals. And Cam Little, -1 point.
Oof.
If it weren't for Brian Thomas having 19, this team would have under 30 points. Going into tomorrow where I have Jaden Daniels.
Oh my!
And it's not like my bench would have done any better. My bench is either injured dudes, a suspended Rashee Rice, or I guess I had Harold Fannin, and then I have Kendrick Bourne, who I kept on the bench today because I'm a dumbass. But regardless, it wouldn't have mattered because the other team I'm playing,
45 wouldn't,
yeah,
45 ain't winning.
Yeah, the team I'm playing is one of the 5-0 guys who's got 175.
Hey, this is the week to go against that guy.
No shit. Yeah, don't burn a good week.
Don't burn it on a week that you're going to put up 165.
Exactly, because then you just be bad. Like, get your shitty game out of the way, right?
Yeah.
The golf league, though, I am good.
What is this golf league that you're talking about?
So it's a league with a bunch of the people from around here. DJ started it, and basically it's a fantasy league. We did the draft, and every 4 weeks is a major. We buy in, and basically DJ came up with this elaborate score system to where it's like golf strokes. So like you win your round, or you have the most points at the end of the week. That's like a birdie. You have a player on your roster with less than 5 points, it's a bogey. Stuff like that. If you have a guy with over 30 points, it's a birdie. And your boy's got 2 people with 30 plus points this week. However, I do have somebody with 1 point, so that's not good. And I'm going to be the highest scoring team because your boy put up $150 this week. So yeah, just those types of things, So it's fun. I'm 4-1. I finished tied for second in the first major, and I am second after the first round of the second major, and I'm probably going to be near the front still. Could be leading after this week. So fun times. So it's the one league that this year I'm actually really good in. Anywho, Steelers Bengals on Thursday night in Cincinnati.
Steelers. Six and a half.
Okay, I thought you were about to pull your bullshit already. It is 5.5, and I got it right.
God dang it! That was my first thought, but I thought no, it's got to be a little higher than that. Son of a biscuit.
Steelers on the road, 5.5. I kept forgetting to look at Rodgers' stat line today because I didn't really put. It was on the multi-view, but because the game until the fourth quarter was like a field goal fest, I never really locked into it. I had Browns plus 5.5. The bet was never really alive. Had the Cowboys -3. That sucks. Did have Colts Chargers money line though. Parlay. Dodge that bullet. 3 and 4 and $100 picks this week. We'll take it. Pass the tip the dealer. Rodgers 21 of 32, 35. Not bad. Not bad. Rodgers playing well with Steelers 4-1. We're out here. Let's go to London. Oh baby, they're back. The London Jags, Rams Jags in London on Sunday. I might actually get up to watch this next week. Puka Nakua might not make the trip to London. Not saying that's
what was
not
his
saying
injury
that's
today?
affecting the line. Apparently, he has an injury with his ankle.
Okay.
It's not terrible. He walked off under his own power, but he was down for a little bit. He took an awkward fall on a jump ball in the end zone.
Okay. This is a tough one. I'm gonna go Rams 1.5.
I got this one. It is Rams by. I said 3.5, and it is Rams by 3.
Okay.
You went tic tac zone.
Okay.
Good start.
I'm gonna have to run you down this week.
Let's try to run away with this one. Probably won't though. Sunday S tier. It is the Colts and the Chargers. The late slate next week is really good. The early slate, meh, but the late slate really good. 4 games that are very fun. And it's one of them is this. Chargers at home against the Colts.
Chargers 1.5.
Ooh, yep, good job. We both got it 1.5. And
Okay.
it is Chargers 1.5.
That feels right.
Old tic tac zone. Yeah, that's just feels like a 1.5 point game. Will it flip this? I doubt it, but I think that's the right line. I will stay away from it and just enjoy the game. Happy Cat Dance, one game, and even tomorrow's result wouldn't flip this because I think honestly, I think the Cowboys, unless they play like one of the Mount Rushmore of ass teams, which is what a sentence that is, right? To just say out loud. Unless they play one of those teams, I think they're just going to be in the Happy Cat Dance category because every Cowboys game is going to be fun. They are just kind of that. They are the rainbow. They are Rainbow Road. They are the Rainbow Strip this year.
They have a pretty good offense and a bad defense, and that makes for lots of high-scoring, back and forth, fun games.
Correct. So Happy Cat Dance, Commanders at Dallas.
I'm gonna go Cowboys 2.5.
Well, you got the number right, but you got the team wrong. It is Washington minus 2.5, and I said Washington minus 1.5.
Okay. I thought they'd maybe say, okay, yeah. I think I'm just gonna get steamrolled this week.
I think if the Commanders lose tomorrow, that line will change a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Because what are the Commanders right now? 2-2?
They're 3-2. They're 3-2.
Oh, they're already 3-2. Okay. All right.
But they are 5.5 point favorites tomorrow.
Yeah, if they're 4-2, then it makes sense that you'd give them the edge.
They are 5.5 point favorites tomorrow. So if they lose that game outright, then be a little different. All right, mid but still watchable. I don't know if I should have put this in here, but I mean, combined records are 7-4, and it could be a swing game. So we'll see. And it's also the Carson Wentz revenge game? Question mark. Eagles at Vikings.
Eagles. Three and a half.
Good job. You got this one. I said 4.5. It's only 2.5. I know it's on the road, but that shocked me when I saw that.
People are jumping off the bandwagon.
a little bit, kind of. Eagles just aren't highly power rated. I mean, when you lose as a 7.5 point favorite,
Yeah.
well, I guess that's false because the Bills didn't really get murdered for losing to the Pats, even though they kind of did. I mean that line's gone down a whole point. They're only 3.5 point favorites tomorrow, so it's moved off.
Also, didn't lose by 17 though. The Bills.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, you lose by a field goal when you're a touchdown favorite, even though it's at home, is different than losing on the road
By
as a
17
touchdown
as a
favorite by
touchdown favorite.
17. Yeah, a little different. A little different. Speaking of that game, the Giants, they hit the road to take on the Broncos. We're going to learn really fast if the Giants are actually decent or not, because this is not going to be easy, folks.
Can the Broncos score more than 13 points against New York? They
Yeah,
didn't this week.
they did not this week.
Can they this week?
Will they have more than concepts of a plan on offense?
They better hope so.
Find out next time on Dragon Ball Z.
We'll go Broncos. And we'll make them a 4.5.
Wow. I am shocked. I got this. I said 7.5, and it is Denver -7.
Okay. I must be a little too high on the Giants and a little too low on the Broncos.
Yeah, the Broncos got some sexy power rating numbers. Last one, mid but still watchable. I don't know why I put this here, but sue me, I guess. Packers at Cardinals.
I mean, the Cardinals have made for great television all season long. I mean, when you think about it, their last few games today with Jacoby Brissett, they were in it.
It was a good game.
Cardinals, Titans, shouldn't have lost and should have been up 28-6, but you lost 22-21, and that game had some crazy shit going on.
Yeah.
They lost to the Seahawks by 3. They beat the 49, or they lost to the 49ers by 1, and they beat the Panthers by 5 and let them come back. So, I mean, they don't blow anybody out.
And
they
if they
don't
would
get
have
blown out. Actually, look at that. Every single game has been a possession or less. Winning by 7 week 1 was their biggest margin of victory or defeat all season long. So they're going to be in there. This spread literally cannot be any higher than 7 because it's going to be a touchdown game or less.
Yeah, no shit. And and if they wouldn't have fucked last week, they'd be 3-3, and we'd be thinking a little bit differently, even if Kyler didn't play. Danny, what a question here. Is it unethical to tell a coworker I hate to bet Raiders, Titans, Jets moneyline parlay? It'd be funny. It would be hilarious.
But I'm going to take Packers. Five and a half.
I said 6.5, and it is 6.5. I swear I didn't cheat.
Well, that's at least under 7. So take Cardinals plus 6.5.
There you go. See,
chances are they'll get there.
You said 5.5, right?
Yeah.
You said Vegas zone. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 1-1. We're out here right now.
Oof.
Let's see how bad I fuck this up.
I can only hope.
Jurassic Park poop meme. Movie Jurassic Park. They're out in a big field. Dinosaur takes a big shit. Jeff Goldblum turns around and says that's a big pile of shit. That's what Jurassic Park poop meme means. First off, New Orleans and Chicago. This game could make the mid but still watchable category, but the Saints are 1-5, and sometimes you just got to respect the number.
On the flip side, though, although I'm trying to find, I'm looking at the schedule and I'm not seeing. Oh, there it is.
Oh yeah, the schedule. Eh?
Yeah, so the Saints have lost by 6, won by 12,
Let's say they've only
lost by
lost.
12.
Yeah,
Seahawks murdered them
beat the
on literal
brakes off them.
live television.
Yeah.
So they've got, they've had some games where they got out of hand, but I'm gonna go Bears here at home, no surprise, and we'll take. Gonna go 4.5.
There you go. You're back. It is 4.5. I said 5.5.
That was my alternate guess.
So there's 4.5. Little Vegas zone action. I don't hate that, but we'll see. Next up. Oh boy, hold on to your assholes. God, you're gonna make a comeback here. Dolphins at Browns.
We'll take Miami on the road. And to me, this feels like this spread will. I'll wait actually, but I will take Miami 4.5.
Oh my god, I can't believe I stole this.
Oh man, what'd you
Holy
pick?
shit. Oh my god. Oh, my heart dropped. When you said Miami, I was like, okay. Are you ready?
Are the Browns favored?
Are you ready?
Oh my Jesus fuck!
I said Miami 2.5. The Cleveland Browns are favored by 2.5 points.
I was going to say, okay, I all
That's what
right.
I said.
I guess
Tua Tagovailoa, you are a underdog. Tua Tagovailoa, who once led the league and he once led the National Football League in passing yards. He is an underdog against Dylan Gabriel in his third start.
wow.
Whomst would have thunk? What a sentence
Wow.
that is.
I was gonna say because it's 2 1-5 teams, like you can't go too crazy, but like to me, there's Browns level of football, and then Miami's in every game. Doesn't mean they can't lose by 3 points, but damn, yeah, wow,
Yeah,
would not have pictured that.
Miami might have to be a principal pick next week.
Yeah, I mean,
Who the fuck should listen? We both support the Dolphins to some degree. You more than I do these days. I think my love for them died, and if it wasn't in Kansas City, it was probably the following year at some point last year when Tua probably had his eggs scrambled in that Thursday night game. DeMar Hamlin evened out his KD ratio. Excuse me. Soof, boy.
just thinking
Like,
about the Browns and the Dolphins has you gagging.
I know. Like they're obviously they're bad. We both admit the Dolphins are bad. But the Browns shouldn't be fucking favored against anybody outside of like Tennessee or
Or Green
Vegas,
Bay.
maybe Vegas. Oh yeah, or Green Bay. Obviously
Maybe
Green
Green
Bay, but not anymore because Joe Flacco's on the Bengals. Yeah, crazy times, unbelievable. Next up, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh fuck. There we go. Next up, Raiders at Chiefs.
Oof. I feel like this is probably in contention to be biggest spread of the week. I'm gonna go Chiefs 8.5.
Wow, unbelievable. I might actually pull this off. I said 11.5. It is 10.5.
Damn, I'm just off my game tonight.
I need to do guess the lines while we're on here talking to DJ every week before the pre-show or during the pre-show.
No, I don't think so. Go back to what you were doing before.
I do them usually before the Sunday night game. Get them fucking bang them out. I was
Damn.
just fucking spitting them. Maybe I think too much of them. All right, next up. Okay. I accidentally saw this one on Twitter, so I'm giving you this one for free. But I just need to know your guess. It is Carolina at the Jets. And again, this point is yours for free. I put void because I saw the bet. I saw the line.
I'm going to take Carolina. And I will jokingly, for the record, say 23.5.
No.
So that you have to say that I win with a spread. No, just kidding. I'm going to go. I will go Panthers 4.5.
Okay. Oh, hold on. Did you hear that? Oh, let's crack our knuckles. Oh, boy. The New York Jets are favored at home next week by a point and a half.
What the fuck?
That's what I said.
Okay, I'm signing up right now for the Panthers Dolphins money line.
Right? It's so easy. It's literally right there.
So now Justin Fields is going to throw for 350 yards, no sacks.
Which would be 360
Dylan Gabriel
yards
is going to
more
play
than
like
he
Tom Brady at his best. But damn.
Is that not the most disrespect? Like
that is disrespect.
Has the market not I guess okay. I saw this and I was like, oh, okay. All right, let's talk this out. Is this a Bryce Young on the road line, or the market hasn't caught up to Carolina isn't like the worst power rated team in the NFL history line? Because the Carolina Panthers 2 years ago and last year were definitely by a wide margin the worst power rated team you could probably ever see.
Yeah.
At least until Bryce started playing better in the late stages of the season.
But they're 3-3 versus an 0-6 that literally just had negative passing yards.
I know.
You cannot tell me that you couldn't give the Panthers a bone here and set it at 1.5 Panthers.
Yeah, even on the road.
Putting this 1.5 Jets is jeez, that is something.
How?
This will be a good week to use Panthers and survivors.
That's bold, but sometimes you got to burn one.
You got to burn one if you're still in it.
If they were at home, I'd definitely think about it.
Yeah, that's true. But hey, Panthers never blow it for you in a survivor. I learned that when I picked Miami against the Panthers.
No, never. Foolproof.
It'll never work against you.
It's
facts.
Is that not just? It's mind-boggling.
Wow.
I guess at the end of the day, has Bryce Young won a road game? I think they won at the Saints last year when he played. No, that was early in the season when they got blasted. I think did they beat the Falcons 10 last season in Atlanta?
It would be one thing
he's just never won a road game.
It would be one thing if the Jets offense looked decent right now. If they didn't just go across the pond and play as badly as they did today. But man, that is something. We got some wild spreads this week.
A little bit, man. That is an all-time weird one. All right, moving on. Patriots at the Titans.
What are you going to tell me here? The Titans are 2.5-point favorites against the Patriots too?
You got it.
No, we'll go Patriots on the road. 5.5.
Okay. It's my week, bro. It's just my week because I'm cooking. I said 6.5, and it's 6.5.
Homecoming for Mike.
No shit. Wouldn't it be hilarious? Question mark. There's no way, right? The vibes gods can't ruin this. The Titans are too bad.
Yeah.
The Titans are too awful.
They didn't stand a chance against the Raiders. I don't see them standing a chance against the Titans or the Patriots.
God, imagine who would be favored on a neutral field between the Titans and the Jets. So that's basically me asking you who's the worst power rated team in the league. Or would it just be a pick 'em for fuck's sake?
I feel like it has to be the Titans listed as the worst.
You think
Because
so?
at least, although the Jets, like, they were literal ass today. They
That's the
looked
thing.
good. They looked good against the Steelers week 1. That was a shootout. So like we have seen them be competent.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen them be competent on both sides of the ball at different times. Titans had no business winning last week, but they somehow were gifted one.
Here you go. No, I agree.
So yeah, I would take the Jets as the favorite in that matchup.
By the hair of a chinny chin chin.
Let's see it for the first draft pick. Let's get that game going.
I wonder if they play.
Winner of this game gets the first pick.
It would be. I'm curious. I'm looking at the Jets schedule right now. Oh, they don't play. Damn. I would have if they would have played like in week 14, I would have I would solo big screen it. Because I'm disgusting. Because I'm nasty. I'm a freaky frog. That's why. Sorry. Sunday night. This game could be interesting. Our all-nighters game is going to be fun because they don't have enough good players to. They're like the opposite of the Ravens. Like they're fielding a CFL team, but they're good because they're well coached. That's a John, and their quarterback isn't one of the people who's hurt. That's a John Harbaugh's bad at his job statement. Falcons at the 49ers. Whoops, I said that out loud. Falcons at 49ers next Sunday.
That's a long trip for the Falcons to make. I'm going to go 49ers. 4.5.
It's his week. He's on fire. I said 3.5. It's 5. It's Niners -3.
Okay.
I'm going to be in the outright lead after this. Holy shit. Oh.
This is pure embarrassment.
My heart. I can't believe this. It's been eons since we've been here. Monday night next week, doubleheader, and this is a staggered one. This is 6 and 9 Central Time starts. So buckle up, folks. First one, and they're both really good games. First one, Bucks at Lions. Oh, baby.
I mean, this might be the game of the week if you look at everything.
Easily. Yeah, without question. Lions at home, a little desperate after losing tonight. Both teams are pretty injured. The Lions defense is banged up. The Bucks offense is banged up.
The way the league is shaking out right now, to me, this could be a NFC Championship preview.
I would love this. If this was the NFC Championship game, bro, I would lather myself up in margarine.
Who would you take over Bucks Lions as the top 2 teams in the NFC right now?
No one. It just depends on
maybe Seattle could be in the mix.
It depends on which.
But I feel like everybody else is in the next tier down.
It depends on which Eagles team you get, but more than likely, I would take these 2 teams over the rest.
Yeah, just from what we've seen through this point in the season, these would be my top 2 in the NFC. So let's bring it.
Mm-hmm.
Lions looking to bounce back at home. Might power rate them ever so slightly just because they've been here, done that a little bit recently. Let's go Lions 3.5.
Okay, you got this one. I only said 2.5. This line shocked me a little bit, and maybe it's due to the fact that Tampa Bay is just really hurt. It's Lions 5.5.
Wow. Okay. But I'll take it.
Now, here's what I guess I understand this. The Bucks are 5-1, but before today they did win 4 games in late fashion. Their DVOA was fucking DVOA is a stupid stat, but their DVOA was bad. So I kind of get it. At a power rating scale, the Bucks are a little lower, so I understood it. But and the Lions, look, Lions lost by 13 in a game where they were underdogs on the road. Like they're not going to move their power rating that much off of it, so I understand. Next, final one. Houston at Seattle.
Seattle. Six and a half.
Whoa. Interesting. I said Seattle 3.5. It is Seattle 3.
What? If the Lions are a 5.5 point favorite at home to the Bucks, how are the Seahawks a smaller favorite to the Texans? I'm just not on my game today, Joe. Like I'd give you at least 4.5 or 5.5 if it's not 6.5, but
Yeah,
3.
I think the Texans just are still a middle of the pack power rated team, and I think if you break it up into thirds, I think the Seahawks are probably towards the bottom of that top third than like the middle or the top of the top third. Does that make sense? And the Texans are like if the Seahawks are power rated 11th, the Texans are probably power rated like 16th. You know what I mean? I need to drop a power rating tiers that I used to do. I haven't done that in a while. I said today on the Sunday show, I said the Elite Eight is kind of like half resume, half power ratings. I think I'm going to have the Bucks number 1 tomorrow or after tomorrow night. Lions I had at 1. They lose. I think I'm going to have the Bucks at 1.
I mean, the Bucks are what, 5-1?
Bucks are 5-1.
Tied for the best record in the league.
Do I dare put the Chiefs at 2?
I don't think you can. What, 3-3?
I know.
I mean, maybe 5.
I think I had him 6 last week. Because I couldn't get myself to put him over like Philadelphia and the Chargers, but Philly's getting the fuck out. I'm done with them. All right, what was the final tally here? 1, 2, 3,
64-2,
4,
I think.
64 to that was the guess the line. Nick and Joe for week 7. Guess the lines. Joe minus $1 billion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2. This is our least amount of ties in a while. We only had one tie. 10 to 1 to 1, 2, 3, 4. So wow. Okay. 10 to 1 to 4. So let's see here. I am at now. I think I'm at 39. I'm not in the overall lead yet. 39, 41, 39. And what's the ties at? 27, 28. However, Nick now leads 3-2 to 2 instead of 3-1 to 2. I'm back, bitches. This is the best. This is the best week I've had in Guess the Lines in ages. Been a while.
Time for me to steamroll you the rest of the year.
No shit. Yeah, you're gonna fucking pound my ass. You're gonna pound my gooch of doom.
I knew it as soon as you paused. Oh, if we named episodes,
yeah,
it'd be up there.
We should go back and like listen to every episode this year to like see if we can get a title for each episode.
Oh dear God,
that'd be fun. Week 1 would be week 1 would just be PTSD because it was me yelling about the Bears for 20
Well, I think
minutes.
week 2 was also.
Yeah, but that wasn't the main crux of the. There was a segment, but there was other stuff that happened. That was, I know. I'm sorry. I know you hate when I do that.
That's all right.
Sometimes you got to get your game off. Next week, Sunday night again. Still.
Let me double check the schedule. Should be just fine. Not anticipating any issues there.
Okay, because Monday night with the 2 games and they're staggered, I don't really want to go under. I want to watch Houston, Seattle. So that'd be
I have playoff volleyball on the 20th, so I won't be watching a whole lot.
Okay, there we go. So next Sunday night it is. We're out here. So next Sunday night we'll be back. Football Lounge on Thursday, or Football Lounge on Tuesday, College Juice Wednesday, Golden Ticket Show Thursday, weekend warm up. We're going live this week on weekend warm up because I'm tired of getting fucked by technology. So weekend warm up, $100 picks. Danny went 7-1 in $100 picks this week. Shout out to him. I don't know which game he lost, but I do know he killed it. He was on it. I was 3-4, which I'll take after a tough week last week. Let's see. Georgia, that first half under hit. Oh, Purdue. No, Purdue did win. He had plus 8.5. So
Nice.
Purdue won. Maryland covered. Maryland money line. That was the loss. Maryland money line. Other than that, he fucking balled. Josh Jacobs ripped it. Baker, and then he had Chargers Rams money line, the LA parlay. So yeah, good on Danny. Daniel out here. If he would have just not taken the money line on the Maryland, and if he wouldn't have got greedy, on Maryland points and money line, he would have went 7-0.
They cover the spread then?
They covered. Yeah, they lost 34-31, and it was a 6.5, 7.5 point spread.
Got it.
So, listen,
the idea was there. He had concepts of a plan.
He did have concepts of a plan. Just needed to fill the card out too much. I went 3-4. Not too bad. 2 weeks ago, I went 7. The last 3 weeks for me have been after some tough weeks. Started out well, had a couple rough weeks. The last 3 weeks were 7-0, 1-6, and now 3-4. So I'm okay with that. Next week we'll be good. Can't wait for that. Can't wait for that Dolphins Carolina. Here's the thing: if those lines don't move, a Dolphins Panthers underdog parlay could get me some very good value. Let's just really quickly for shits and gigs.
I would imagine it's
what do you
in the plus 350 range?
Close, plus 335.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that Carolina line's going to move. It'll definitely move. So, there we go. All right. Do you want to do 2 minutes on the race?
I'm happy for Denny. He's on to the championship. Kind of came out of nowhere at the end. Just had a rocket ship for the final 15 laps, and Hendrick had the cars of the day with Larson and Byron. Byron ran into literally a dumbass. I don't know what the hell Ty Dillon was doing there. Literally, imagine driving down the interstate and the car ahead of you realized he missed his exit, but he slams on the brakes to try to maybe cut through the grass ever so slightly to hit his exit. So he stops and he drops to like 20 miles an hour, and you're going 80 and you ram right into him. That's what happened to Byron today. I'd be pissed if I was him. It's a huge deal. Overall, the race was pretty. It was nothing spectacular. It was hard to pass. There was one restart, big crash. Just nothing too much to add about that today. But yeah, Hamlin, he got her done. Blaney blew a tire and wrecked, so he's in trouble. But he's got 2 good tracks coming up. He's in a must-win situation most likely. And Joey didn't win today, so I'm happy about that.
The interview Hamlin had afterwards, where he got emotional, I thought I was a bit shocked by that, but it was also like it's all you can tell that winning a championship really means something to him. And he probably feels like this could be one of his last shots, maybe his last shot to actually do it.
Yeah. And for that reason, I mean, he is a championship Hall of Fame caliber driver. It would be a shame if he didn't get one. So I would be perfectly fine with him getting one this year. I mean, he's got 6 wins, and outside of Shane Van Gisbergen's road courses with 5 wins, I don't think anybody has more than 3. So he is the winningest driver, and his numbers overall are still pretty solid, pretty darn good. Um, I'd be more than okay with a Denny championship this year. I'd be okay with that. He deserves one, and he's there. I'm ready for it. I'm good with it.
Can you snap call off the top of your head any year that he should have won that he got jobbed with because of the stupid playoffs?
2010 was his best chance. He really choked hard that year. I don't remember exactly the situation, but I want to say bad pit strategy or something. So it wasn't necessarily him, but I feel like at Phoenix with a race to go, he ran out of gas or something, if I remember right, and
Mm-hmm.
that hurt him going into Homestead the next week, and then like he had a disastrous Homestead. So that's where the choking theme came for him the last 2 races of the season
And
because I
that was
think
the last
I
John.
think
That
he
was
was
the
yeah, that was the last of his 5 years streak for Jimmy Johnson. But I want to say Hamlin actually went into the last race with a small point lead. It could have been much bigger if Phoenix didn't if they didn't screw up gas mileage or something. I'd have to go back and double check. But yeah, I would say that year especially would be one that he could have had, and I think there would be 20 was it 2019 or 2018? There was a year where Hamlin, it was at Homestead, he was in the final 4, and I don't remember him having the best car that day. I don't know if he necessarily was on his way to winning the championship, but I do remember I think it was him unless it was Truex, but I think it was Denny where they literally put the wrong tires on the car on a pit
was
stop.
and was this the
Like
year? Was
they
this the
accidentally put
second?
lefts on rights and rights on lefts or something.
Was this
I
the
think that
second?
was Denny.
Was this the second Kyle Busch title?
Yeah.
Not the first one, but the second one. The year
Yeah.
he didn't miss half the year.
Hmm.
And at the end of the race, Hamlin was leading, but Busch hawked him down. Or was it?
I think Denny. I think they put the wrong tires on the car at one point
Mm-hmm.
during that race, and that screwed him the rest of the day because they had to fix it.
Yep.
But I don't remember if he was leading at that point or not. Like 2019 was a pretty forgettable year in NASCAR for me. I, I don't remember too many more specifics outside of I think he had the wrong tires put on the car.
Who the fuck won in 2019?
Kyle Busch,
Oh, so he won in 19, and he won in what 7? He won in 16 and 19,
15 and 19.
15 and 19.
Because then it was Jimmy in 16, Truex 17, Logano 18, and then it was Kyle Busch again, then Chase, Larson, and then
The
Joey again, and then Blaney, and then Joey again.
At least when Joey won the first time, it was. I mean, even though it was the wrong guy to win out of the 4, at least it was kind of cool because it was an upset.
Yeah, that was the year they had the big 3 where it was Harvick.
It was Harvick, Truex, and Hamlin, wasn't it?
Sounds right.
And Joey was the 4th, and Joey got him.
Yeah, and that year, I mean, like Joey was probably in the ballpark for being the 4th best, and he
Mm-hmm.
happened to win. It's not like being the 14th best and
Yeah.
winning like he did last year. So, and I thought like 2015 was a year that Joey could have should have won the championship until Kenseth ass blasted him.
Yeah, he was dominating.
So when Joey won that one, I was like, okay, well that just kind of makes up for 2015. Like The world would have been in a much better place if Joey just won in 2015 and Kyle Busch didn't. Would have saved a lot of heartache
It would have.
for that not racing in like 11 races and still winning the championship.
But no, the Hamlin to go back, the Hamlin interview was really cool. If he wins, I'll be happy.
Yeah, I
And
will not be complaining one bit.
if both Penske's miss the final four, boy, oh boy, that'll be an interesting race.
You really would.
Because it could end up being where the winner of the race isn't the guy who wins the title. So that means the race could get very dicey.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I still think there's a decent chance of anybody below the cut line right now to win. I think Blaney could still win his way in. Technically, any of them could win next week.
Because it's
But
Talladega.
but because it's Talladega and Blaney has to win, I have a feeling he'll be trying to make moves. I think the guys up front, the top three, or I guess Hamlin, obviously he'll have nothing to lose. But I'll be curious about Denny's strategy because he could go out and try to win a race, but it's like not that you would just ride around in the back all day just to not get hurt or something. But I mean, Denny has been injured in wrecks before.
Yeah, this is the 1 year. This is the one round where you don't need to worry about going up to stack. Because if you're in the round of 12, you want to go win stages. You want to stack playoff points.
Yep.
This is the one round.
He literally could go out there and park it and finish last the next 2 weeks, and he'll still be a championship for. So that's always been another thing with this format that I've not been a fan of, is that if you win the first round in the or first race in the round of 8, you literally have a 2-race bye. There's nothing to race for. So I've never liked that. So
that's why the last round being 3 races would be fun.
I would like if we don't go back to a full season, I'm hoping it's just like 6 or 7 races, do a reset, and then do the last 3 or 4. Not multiple resets, just do one, get it over with. I'm tired of the resets and the eliminations because all it does is inspire shenanigans, and we need to get rid of that.
The final 4 right now: Hamlin, Larson, Bell, Briscoe, 15-point gap to Byron, then Elliott, and then Logano and Blaney. I'm okay with the final 4 how it is, and if Byron got in instead of Briscoe or Bell, even I would be okay with that.
Yeah,
though
honestly, for me, if the final 4 is any combination of 4 that isn't Joey Logano, it'll be decent enough for me. I could make a case, like I said last week, I could make a case for all 7 of those guys why they deserve to be in the final 4. I could come up with a couple bullet points. I have no bullet points for Joey why he would deserve to be in the final 4. He's a 10th place car at best this year. Has no business being in the final 4.
I agree. All right, let's.
But yeah, it would be a bummer for Blaney. If I had to rank the guys below the cut line right now, who I think deserves to be in the final 4 the most, I would go Blaney, Chase or Byron are honestly probably a toss-up, and then Joey. So Blaney was the one. I feel like he is more than deserving of a Final 4 berth this year. And if it doesn't happen, well, I guess that's karma for winning in 2023 when he probably wasn't a Final 4 caliber guy. That's what happens with this format. You win the years that you don't deserve it, and you don't win it when you do deserve it.
That's really how it is. The only guy, there's only been a short amount of people that have won it when they should have.
Truex and Larson are the only playoff formats. I say the right guy won 100%.
I agree with you 1,000%. That is correct.
Every other year, it's ambiguous.
Well, all right. Well, we did good tonight. You did great tonight. Thanks as always, my friend.
As always.
All right, that's Nick. I'm Joe. This has been the Educated Ignorance Podcast. If you ain't got your game, you best pass the sticks. We will be back next Sunday night after Niners and Falcons to talk another fantastically hilarious and interesting doomly gooched week of football. Hopefully we come up with some more funny jokes and all that. Thanks as always to Nick. Thanks to everybody who hung out with us. We will see you guys next week. Until then, have a fantastic rest of your week. Bear the fuck down tomorrow, and we'll see you guys next week. Later.